Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tanya with yanxa.creations, and if you're new, welcome. I'm so happy you joined me here. If you're interested in getting a very seamless look onto your paper type packaging, so anything that is cellulose based, for example, my 11-ounce boxes, my mug boxes, my tumbler boxes, and my bags, okay? So these are all paper based, and so I wanted to share with you just how I get a very seamless transfer of my logo onto these without actually having to use a label. So I am going to be doing that using the DTF hack. Yep. So these are paper based, so they can take heat, and so we are going to go ahead and sublimate my logo onto these items, but we can't just sublimate as usual, so we have to use the DTF-Sublimation hack. So what I've gone ahead and done is created a gang sheet with my logo. So I've got different sizes of my logo, so I've been trying to utilize as much space on this paper as possible. So I printed this with my sublimation ink. I used the Walesa DTF powder. I am using the Yanxa DTF film, and once I've printed, I added my powder, and then my absolute favorite thing to do to cure these is to put them in my convection oven at around 210 for a few seconds. Now, I have been working a lot with preparing these gang sheets and packaging them so that I can come back to them at a later date. So this is working out really fantastic for me, because once I have cured this, I can go ahead and cut off what I want, put it back between two sheets of copy paper, put it in a bag, and when I'm ready to use these logos again, I just pull them out. So that's the beauty of this. Once you have cured it and cured it well, you can package it for a later time. So we're gonna go ahead and label these packages using the DTF hack. So don't go anywhere, stick around. Right, so for labeling these items, I am going to be using my mini heat press. So this is a 3x7 heat press that I got on Amazon. It is under $50. So it does not have a timer on it. So I'm going to go ahead and use my stop clock to get my time. And before, we have an 11-ounce box for mugs. We have a box for a 20-ounce tumbler, and we have these bags that I usually send out to my customers. Well, depending on what I'm shipping out. So we're gonna start off with the bags. Let's start off with the bags. So of course, for your paper bags, when you get them, they come folded like this. And of course, inside we have the folded sections. So when it's closed, you have this folded area inside, and then you open that out. But when you're going to press it, you are going to have that folded area. So when you feel the top of the paper, you will be able to feel those folded areas inside of the bag. So if you go ahead and you press the DTF transfer, you are going to have lines in your transfer. It will not be a smooth transfer because you won't have an even flat surface that you're transferring to, because of these ridges from the folded part inside. So in order to not have that problem, you are going to need a pressing pillow, or you're gonna need one of these pieces of foam. So I'm using this foam today because it is larger than the pressing pillow that I have, and it can fit right in here. So when you get your pressing pillow or your foam, you're going to want to stick that right in at the top so that it comes between the top sheet and your folded edges inside. So these are your folded edges on the inside. So you want to, let's go. So these are your folded edges inside. So you want to put your foam right inside there to sit on top of the folded edges so that where you're going to press, you have one even surface. All right, so that's what we're gonna do in order to press our bags. All right, so to press it, I am going to take my heat press and I am going to set it to the second setting. All right. If we were doing a regular sublimation, we will go all the way up to the third setting, but because this is a DTF hack, we're only going to need to go all the way to the, we're only going to need to go to the second setting. All right, so my heat press is now ready. And while it was heating up, I went ahead and I cut off the transfers that I'm going to be using. So these are my transfers. So the larger one I'm going to use on this bag here. So let's go ahead and put down our transfers. So this bag is big enough for me to have made a larger transfer, but I don't think the bag really needs it, and I wanted to use up as much of my paper as possible because you know you want it to be affordable. You can go bigger if you like. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a Teflon sheet over this and go. All right. Always, this is a cold peel. So I'm just going to go ahead and set it aside while I move to the others. Okay, so for our 11-ounce box, you're going to want to either put something inside if you can, or for me, I just break it back down to the way it was so I get a nice flat surface. And I'm going to go ahead and just set this one right here. And we're going to press. So we set that one aside, and we're going to go ahead and do this one. So I'm going to do this one without the Teflon sheet and see. So let's switch that off, and we're going to set that aside to cool. So let's bring back our bag. Okay, I should have removed this so it could cool a little bit better. But I think we are good to go. So one of the things that we want to do is not press too much. Don't give too much pressure to these because the surface is not absorbent. And so it will cause your ink to spread out a little bit more if you press too hard on it. So we don't. All right, so let's peel up. And there is your transfer. There is your transfer to your bag. Okay, let's get back to our box. Let's go ahead, peel that back. And we have our transfer onto our box. So we want to be careful not to press down on it. It will smudge if you press down on it. So this one is basically cool as well. Okay, so I guess I did not give it enough pressure when I was pressing on it because my creations did not come out as well. So I needed to give this box a little bit more pressure. One of the ways that I've done it to get enough pressure before is to actually take this, fold it, and then just push it inside of the box in order to give it enough pressure to avoid this. All right, so there you have it. This was just a super quick video to show you another way that you can seamlessly transfer your logos or your designs onto your packaging for your small business. If you found this interesting and you think you're gonna try this, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you are going to try it. If you do try it, also leave me a comment. I would really love to know how it turned out for you. But this works out really quick for me when I'm sending out a gift package. Don't forget, give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and check out my playlist, check out my other videos. I've got tons of videos on DTF-Sublimation hack. I've got videos on hacks for doing rhinestone templates in Cricut Design Space. I've got a bunch of videos, so go ahead and check them out, and don't forget to subscribe to come back for more how-to videos. Okay, so take care and I'll see you in the next one.